Why do 99% of people remain exactly the same person they were 5 years ago, while 1% evolve into completely different beings? Welcome to Hurt to Grow, where we destroy comfortable lies and reveal uncomfortable truths about personal development. This channel is dedicated to real personal development, not the sugar-coated motivation you find everywhere else. If you're ready to face the truth about growth, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what area of your life needs evolution. Today, I'm going to reveal a mathematical secret that billionaires and high achievers use daily. But here's the warning. Once you understand this principle, you can never go back to mediocrity. Are you ready for that level of responsibility? The average person seeks comfort. They want growth without pain, success without sacrifice, transformation without discomfort. But what if I told you that's exactly why they never evolve? What if comfort is the enemy of evolution? For the next 20 minutes, forget everything you think you know about personal development. We're going to dive deep into the science of daily evolution. This isn't theory. This is a proven system used by the world's most successful individuals. Every single day you have a choice. You can either evolve or devolve. There's no middle ground. Staying the same is actually moving backwards because the world around you is constantly advancing. The question is, which direction are you moving? The people who transform their lives understand one fundamental truth. Evolution happens in the margins. It's not the big dramatic changes that create lasting transformation. It's the tiny, consistent improvements that compound over time. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a day and underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. This backwards thinking is exactly why they remain stuck. Today, we're going to flip that script and show you the real path to transformation. The word evolution comes from the Latin evolvere, meaning to unfold or develop gradually. Nature doesn't create dramatic overnight changes. Neither should you. The secret is in the gradual, relentless daily unfolding of your potential. Here's what the ultra-successful know that you don't. They focus on systems, not goals. They understand that you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your daily habits are your destiny. If you're watching this video looking for a quick fix or magic bullet, you're in the wrong place. What I'm about to share requires discipline, consistency, and the courage to face uncomfortable truths about yourself. Most people aren't ready for that. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people isn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It's their relationship with daily discomfort. Successful people have learned to make friends with discomfort. Have you? Every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once a disaster. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. The only difference is they understood the power of daily evolution. Today, you're going to learn their secret. Before we dive into the formula, I need you to make a decision right now. Are you going to be a passive consumer of this information, or are you going to be an active implementer? Your future self is watching you make this choice. The next few minutes will challenge everything you believe about personal development. You'll feel uncomfortable. You might even feel angry. Good. That's your brain recognizing that change is coming. Let's begin your evolution. Here's the truth no one wants to tell you. All growth happens outside your comfort zone. Every single transformation you've ever experienced in your life happened when you were pushed beyond what felt comfortable. Yet somehow you keep seeking comfort. Your brain is designed to keep you safe, not to help you grow. It's a survival mechanism from when physical threats were constant. But in today's world, this same mechanism keeps you trapped in patterns that no longer serve you. You must override your biology. The comfort zone is not a place of rest. It's a place of death. When you're comfortable, you're not growing. When you're not growing, you're dying. This isn't motivational speaking. This is biological fact. Adaptation requires stress. Most people treat personal development like a hobby they can pick up and put down. They read a book, feel motivated for a week, then return to old patterns. Real growth requires treating evolution like your life depends on it, because it does. The biggest lie in personal development is that change should feel good. Change feels terrible. It feels uncertain, scary, and overwhelming. If your growth feels comfortable, you're not actually growing. You're just rearranging your existing limitations. Your current self is not equipped to handle your future goals. If you were capable of achieving those goals right now, you would have already achieved them. This means you must become a different person. Are you willing to kill your current identity? Every time you choose comfort over growth, you're voting for the person you are instead of the person you want to become. These votes add up. After years of choosing comfort, you wake up trapped in a life you never consciously chose. The word discipline comes from the Latin disciplina, meaning instruction or knowledge. Discipline isn't punishment, it's education. Every time you choose the harder path, you're educating yourself about your true capabilities. Your comfort zone expands only when you consistently operate outside of it. But here's what most people don't realize. It shrinks when you spend too much time inside it. The longer you avoid discomfort, the smaller your world becomes. Successful people don't have more willpower than you. They have better systems for dealing with resistance. They understand that motivation is unreliable, but evolution through daily practice is inevitable. They've systematized their growth. The human brain can rewire itself at any age. This is called neuroplasticity, but rewiring requires repetition under stress. Comfortable repetition doesn't create new neural pathways. Only challenging repetition forces your brain to adapt and evolve. Most people are addicted to the story of their limitations. They've told themselves for so long what they can't do, what they're not capable of, what's not possible for them, that these stories have become their identity. Breaking free requires destroying these narratives. The gap between who you are and who you want to become is filled with daily decisions. Every choice either closes that gap or widens it. There are no neutral choices. Every decision is either moving you toward your evolution or away from it. Your current problems exist because your current level of thinking created them. Einstein said you cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. Evolution requires elevating your thinking, which requires challenging your assumptions daily. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not meant to be comfortable. You're meant to grow, contribute, and evolve. Comfort is a temporary state for recovery, not a permanent lifestyle. The moment you accept this, your life changes forever. Now for the formula that separates the top 1% from everyone else. If you improve just 1% each day, you'll be 37 times better after 1 year. This isn't motivation, it's mathematics. 1.01 to the power of 365 equals 37.78. This is compound growth. But here's what most people miss. If you get 1% worse each day, you'll decline to nearly zero after 1 year. 0.99 to the power of 365 equals 0.03. The difference between evolution and devolution is razor thin. Every day matters exponentially. The 1% rule works because it's sustainable. Your brain doesn't resist small changes the way it resists dramatic transformations. A 1% improvement feels achievable, so you're more likely to do it consistently. Consistency is everything in evolution. Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. They want to transform their diet, exercise routine, career, and relationships simultaneously. This overwhelms the brain's capacity for change. The 1% rule focuses on sustainable micro-improvements. Here's how to calculate your daily 1%. Identify one specific area for improvement. If you want to read more, commit to reading 1 page per day. If you want to exercise, commit to 5 push-ups. The key is making it so small that failure seems impossible. The magic isn't in the 1% itself. The magic is in the identity you build through consistent action. Every small win votes for the type of person you're becoming. You're not trying to read, you're becoming a reader. Identity drives behavior. Billionaires understand that small improvements compound exponentially in multiple areas simultaneously. While you're seeking overnight success, they're improving their skills, health, relationships, and mindset by tiny amounts every single day for decades. The 1% rule applies to every area of life: physical fitness, emotional intelligence, professional skills, relationships, financial literacy. The question isn't whether it works, it's whether you have the patience to let compound growth unfold. Your future self is entirely dependent on the 1% improvements you make today. Every day you skip is a day your future self doesn't exist. Every day you commit is a vote for a version of yourself that doesn't currently exist, but could. The hardest part isn't making the improvement. It's trusting the process when you can't see results. For the first few months, 1% improvements are invisible, but they're working underneath the surface, building momentum for explosive growth. Most people quit during the valley of despair, the period between starting and seeing results. This is where discipline separates dreamers from achievers. The 1% rule shortens this valley by making progress feel achievable and measurable. Here's the secret. Start ridiculously small. So small that you feel almost embarrassed by how easy it is. This creates success momentum. Your brain loves completing tasks and will gradually crave bigger challenges. Start with 1 push-up, not 50. The compound effect works in reverse too. Skip one day, and it's easier to skip the next. Miss 2 days, and you've started a negative pattern. This is why successful people never miss twice in a row. They understand that consistency is more important than intensity. Track your 1% improvements visually. Use a calendar, app, or journal to mark every day you complete your micro improvement. This creates a visual chain of success that you'll become motivated to keep unbroken. Momentum builds momentum. Before we continue, I want to hear from you. What's one area of your life where you could commit to 1% daily improvement? Comment below and let the community support your evolution. Remember, accountability accelerates transformation. Thank you for staying with me this far. What you're about to learn next is where the real transformation happens. Most people never get this deep into understanding their own evolution, but you're still here, which means you're serious about change. The best is yet to come. Daily evolution rests on 4 foundational pillars. Master these 4 areas, and transformation becomes inevitable. Ignore any one of them, and you'll always struggle. These are mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual evolution. Each requires daily attention. Pillar 1. Mental evolution. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but most people never learn to use it properly. Mental evolution means daily practices that expand your thinking, challenge your assumptions, and build cognitive flexibility. Reading, learning, questioning everything. Mental evolution isn't just about consuming information. It's about developing critical thinking, pattern recognition, and the ability to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously. Spend 15 minutes daily learning something that challenges your worldview. Pillar 2. Physical evolution. Your body is the vehicle for all your dreams. If your vehicle is broken, your journey becomes impossible. Physical evolution means treating your body like the high-performance machine it is. Movement, nutrition, recovery, all optimized daily. Physical evolution isn't about looking perfect. It's about building a body that supports your mental and emotional capabilities. Exercise increases brain function, improves mood, and builds discipline. Your physical state directly impacts your success in every other area. Pillar 3. Emotional evolution. This is where most people fail completely. Emotional evolution means developing the ability to feel your emotions without being controlled by them. It's emotional intelligence, resilience, and the capacity to respond rather than react. Emotional evolution requires daily practice with discomfort. Meditation, journaling, difficult conversations, setting boundaries. Most people avoid negative emotions, which keeps them emotionally immature. Masters learn to use all emotions as information and fuel. Pillar 4. Spiritual evolution. This isn't about religion, it's about purpose. Spiritual evolution means connecting to something larger than yourself. It's about understanding your role in the bigger picture and aligning your daily actions with your deeper values and mission. Spiritual evolution gives meaning to the struggle. When you're connected to a purpose bigger than personal comfort, you'll endure any amount of discomfort to serve that purpose. This is what separates those who quit from those who persist through any obstacle. The 4 pillars work synergistically. Mental clarity supports physical discipline. Physical health enables emotional regulation. Emotional maturity deepens spiritual connection. Spiritual purpose fuels mental growth. They're not separate, they're interconnected systems. Here's your daily evolution framework. Spend 15 minutes on each pillar every day. Read something challenging, mental. Move your body, physical. Practice emotional awareness, emotional. And connect with your purpose, spiritual. 1 hour total that changes everything. Most people neglect 1 or more pillars, which creates imbalance and eventual failure. The person who's physically strong but emotionally weak will sabotage their success. The mentally sharp person who ignores their spiritual purpose will feel empty despite achievements. The 4 pillars require different types of discomfort. Mental discomfort comes from challenging ideas. Physical discomfort from pushing your body. Emotional discomfort from facing fears. Spiritual discomfort from questioning your ego. Embrace all 4 types daily. Balance doesn't mean equal attention every day. Some days you'll need more physical focus, others more emotional work. The key is never neglecting any pillar for extended periods. Weekly check-ins ensure you're maintaining evolution in all 4 areas. Knowledge without action is worthless. You can understand every principle of evolution, but if you don't implement systematically, nothing changes. Implementation is where most people fail. They know what to do, but struggle with how to make it happen consistently. The implementation protocol starts with environmental design. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you want to read more, place books everywhere. If you want to exercise, lay out workout clothes. Make the desired behavior easier and the undesired behavior harder. Create what I call implementation intentions. Instead of saying, I'll exercise more, say, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will do 10 push-ups. This specific trigger behavior chain programs your brain for automatic action. Vague intentions create vague results. Start with one pillar, master it for 30 days, then add the next, trying to evolve all 4 pillars simultaneously, overwhelming your change capacity. Sequential mastery creates sustainable transformation. Patience in building creates speed in results. Build your daily evolution stack. Stack new habits onto existing ones. After I pour my morning coffee, existing habit, I will read for 15 minutes, new habit. This leverages existing neural pathways to build new ones more efficiently. Track leading measures, not lagging measures. Don't track weight loss. Track daily workouts. Don't track income. Track daily skill building. Leading measures are inputs you control. Lagging measures are outputs you hope for. Control the inputs. Trust the outputs. Create friction for bad habits and remove friction for good habits. Put your phone in another room while working. Keep healthy snacks at eye level and junk food out of sight. Your environment should support your evolution automatically. Develop personal evolution rituals. Successful people ritualize their most important behaviors. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on systems. Create morning rituals, work rituals, evening rituals that automatically trigger evolutionary behaviors. Plan for resistance. Your brain will resist change, especially when you're tired, stressed, or busy. Create minimum effective dose protocols. If you can't do 30 minutes, do 5. If you can't do 5, do 1. Never let resistance stop you completely. Use the 2-minute rule. When starting a new evolutionary habit, keep it under 2 minutes. Want to meditate? Start with 2 minutes. Want to journal? Write 1 sentence. This builds the identity and momentum needed for expansion later. Create accountability systems. Tell someone about your commitment. Join communities of people pursuing similar evolution. Hire coaches or mentors. Social accountability is one of the most powerful forces for maintaining consistency when motivation fails. Review and adjust weekly. What's working? What's not? Where are you feeling resistance? Evolution requires constant micro-adjustments. Rigid systems break under pressure. Flexible systems adapt and survive. Be flexible with methods, inflexible with goals. Celebrate small wins immediately. When you complete your daily evolution actions, acknowledge it. Your brain needs positive reinforcement to wire new habits. Most people only celebrate big achievements, missing opportunities to reinforce daily behaviors. Handle setbacks with the never miss twice rule. When you miss a day of evolution, immediately recommit for the next day. 1 mistake is human. 2 mistakes is the beginning of a pattern. Protect your momentum by getting back on track immediately. Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be consistent. Perfection is impossible and leads to all or nothing thinking. Consistency is achievable and leads to exponential growth. Progress over perfection, always. We've covered the complete system of daily evolution, the uncomfortable truth about growth, the mathematical formula for compound improvement, the 4 pillars of transformation, and the implementation protocol. But information alone changes nothing. Implementation changes everything. The 1% rule isn't just a strategy, it's a philosophy. It's the understanding that greatness isn't built in moments of inspiration, but in the daily grind of small improvements. Every master understands this. Every champion lives this. Now it's your turn. Remember the 4 pillars. Mental evolution through daily learning, physical evolution through daily movement, emotional evolution through daily awareness, spiritual evolution through daily purpose. Neglect any pillar, and your growth becomes unstable. Your old self will resist this transformation. It will tell you that small changes don't matter, that you need dramatic action, that tomorrow is better than today. This voice is the enemy of your evolution. Recognize it, acknowledge it, but don't obey it. The compound effect means your first days will feel insignificant. You'll read 1 page and feel like it's not enough. You'll do 5 push-ups and feel like it's pointless. Trust the mathematics. Small improvements compound into extraordinary results. Start today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not next month. Today. Choose one area, make a 1% improvement, and begin building the identity of someone who evolves daily. Your future self is counting on the decision you make in the next 5 minutes. Create your environment for success. Remove obstacles to good habits. Add friction to bad habits. Design your space to support the person you're becoming, not the person you've been. Environment design is destiny design. Find your accountability system. Whether it's a friend, coach, community, or app, create external pressure to maintain consistency when internal motivation fails. Transformation is easier when you're not doing it alone. Track your progress visually. Create a chain of success that you'll be motivated to maintain. Seeing your consistency builds momentum and makes the abstract concept of compound growth tangible and real. Remember why you started this journey. Connect your daily evolution to your deeper purpose. When the process gets difficult, and it will, your why will pull you forward when willpower fails. Purpose is the ultimate fuel for persistence. You now have everything you need to begin your evolution. The formula, the framework, the implementation strategy. The only question remaining is, will you use it? Will you trust the process even when you can't see immediate results? Most people will watch this video, feel inspired, and return to their old patterns within 48 hours. Don't be most people. Be the person who takes action immediately, who starts small but starts today, who understands that evolution begins with a single decision. I want to hear from you in the comments. What's your biggest takeaway from this video? Which pillar of evolution will you focus on first? Share your commitment with this community. Your public declaration increases your likelihood of following through. If this video has provided value, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your evolution matters, but so does helping others evolve. Growth becomes exponential when it's shared. Finally, I've prepared another video that dives even deeper into the psychology of transformation. It's specifically about overcoming the internal resistance that stops most people from implementing what they learn. Check it out next. Your evolution depends on it.